Good evening, everyone. Good night. Good evening, happy nights, whatever you may call it. But I am Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer, and I am so happy to be here this evening. Thanks to all of you who got here a little bit early. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks for being here for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us for this month's edition of the Washington Blades Best of Gay DC nominated Tantalizing Tuesdays. We were nominated, but we didn't win. But it's all right. It's okay. There's always next year. And I assure you, we will be doing Tantalizing Tuesdays next year as well. So we will be, hopefully, we'll be in the running for that award next year. Can you tell that I wish that we won? I wish that we won. Either way, to the winner, congrats, honey. There you go, beautiful. Anyways, as I said before, welcome to Tantalizing Tuesdays. And speaking of Tantalizing Tuesdays, let me remind you guys that we have so much more content to satisfy all your cravings and all your desires on a weekly and monthly basis. So we not only have Tantalizing Tuesdays, but you can join Racing Pendarvis for weekly events such as Music Mondays with Racing Pendarvis at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live. Hashtag Music Mondays gets into the music trivia and all that it has to offer. Then, of course, tonight we have our fabulous, wonderful, tantalizing Tuesdays. And you can join us here every third Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Now, our next one will be November 17th. So join us November 17th for our next edition of the Titillating, Tantalizing Tuesdays Award nominated Tantalizing Tuesdays. And of course, you can join Rayceen on Facebook on Wednesdays for Read a Book Wednesdays with Racing Pendarvis at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live because reading is what? Fundamental. So get into it, honey. Get into the literature of it all. Read a Book Wednesdays with Racing Pendarvis at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live. And we have the special season finale of the Ask Racing show on November 4, 2020. So you can join us there for the season finale of the Ask Racing show, November 4, 2020. Racing and I will be on location at an undisclosed location, and we will be joined by the Songbird and Team Racing slash Ask Racing show musical regular Nia Simmons. We will have live music by Nia Simmons. We are so excited, and I hope you guys all join us 7 p.m. Eastern on November 4th for the season finale of the Ask Racing show live on Facebook. Make sure you join us. Now, make sure that you're subscribed to this YouTube channel right here. That's the Team Racing YouTube channel. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead, push that subscribe button, push that notification bell, and you will be updated every single time we have new videos. And honey, that's pretty often because we have new videos every day. We have YouTube lives, we have interviews with celebrities, interviews with international people, interviews with icons, you know what I mean? Interviews with activists. So we're giving you all of that. Interviews with politicians. And speaking of interviews with politicians and candidates, make sure that you check out our general election nominees and candidates playlist because if you are not, yet aware or just briefed on, everybody down the ballot, you can make sure you can go to our general election nominees and candidates page because we have interviewed almost all the people running from the ANC level to State Board of Education to the Council of the District of Columbia to US Congress. We have interviewed them all. So you can check that out if you want to know who you are voting for, and you can really get into who they are, what they're about, and what their policies are. So make sure that you check that out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel. Now we are at the hour mark, and so I am ready to introduce, well, not even introduce, so bring on my wonderful, host that's always next to me. And this is, of course, the goddess of DC, the one, the only, the legendary Mother Rayceen Pendarvis. Hello, Rayceen.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Yes, honey. Greetings and salutations to you. So great to be back here for our award-nominated show.
Yes, nominated.
Yes, nominated. We congratulate the winner. We congratulate the winners. Awesome for them.
Yes, I'm happy. Yes. I'm happy for all the winners, but we are winners too.
We are winners too. We are winners too. And next year, we will have this award in the bag. But while we're at awards and special things and special people, we have some fabulous, wonderful guests tonight. Of course, we have friend, honey. Friend. Because what? She's a friend of yours. She's a friend of mine, not a friend of yours.
Monique.
Yes, honey. We have our wonderful friend Monique joining us tonight, as per usual, for Tantalizing Tuesdays. Hey, Monique. Oh, and she is giving us pussy tonight, honey. Real pussy.
Yes.
We love it. We love it. We love it. And we have another friend of the show. We have Les Henderson from Les's Lighthouse, the podcast. Welcome, Les.
Hi.
Hey, Les. Yay. Such a pleasure to have you guys here with us.
Glad to be here. Always
awesome. Before we begin, let me just do the screenshot so everyone look into the camera. I'll give a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I could not find the right facial expression I wanted.
Right.
I was like, what am I gonna give? What am I gonna give? Hello, guys. It's such a pleasure having you with us tonight. How's everything going?
Pretty good, fun, exciting. We're waiting for Halloween and everything. It's going well.
Yes,
I thought you were just entertaining maybe a gentleman caller in your ensemble.
Yeah, not tonight.
We love it. We love it. Hey, Les, for the viewers who have, not seen your interview with us here on this channel yet, which you need to check that out if you have not yet, go ahead and give, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm Les Henderson. I'm host of the Be a Beacon podcast, which showcases LGBTQIA+ stories across the board, with Team Rayceen being one of the episodes. So definitely check it out.
Check it out.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Team Rayceen is one of them. It's a fabulous episode, if I must say so myself.
Oh, yes. I can say so too, Curry.
We had a ball. Yes. We had so much fun.
So much fun. So much fun. Well, Les, you mentioned your podcast. Tell me a little bit about how you guys discuss sex and sexuality on there.
Ooh, well, and this is a great example because during COVID right now, people are either having sex or they're going through a drought. So so this is the perfect time. I'm even damp here just thinking about it over here, or maybe it was a soda can that exploded, but that's not but that's not the point. It honestly, with sex and sexuality, especially in the queer community, sometimes it's just all of our lives or we're told to suppress it. So it's good that we have Tantalizing Tuesdays because we just let it all out in the open. No topic is censored. So
there we go. We love letting it out here on Tantalizing Tuesdays.
And we have our spaces like this and, and my podcast and many other media sources where we do just discuss sexuality, because we definitely need to just own our sexuality, no matter who you're attracted to, or, or if you don't have any attractions. The point is to be comfortable in your own skin, and you don't have to have any forced attractions.
I love it.
I have a question for Les.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to one of your podcasts and they were talking about transportation, something like you guys get turned on by transportation vehicles.
Yes. So I'm a transit nerd as well. I love it. Y'all probably have seen that through my social media. So some of the episodes I speak with other people involved with transportation, and that's their day job, but they're into it as well. I mean, I have friends that ride the buses for fun. It's like a hobby. So
this is so cool to me. This is so cool to me, by the way, because people are nerds for many different things. Like I'm like a random TV nerd. Like I know random TV trivia, the behind the scenes working of like a random ass network or something like that. But a transit nerd, that's the first I've heard of that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, and you'll hear more, as Monique said, you'll hear more on it. I mean, many people, you'll see people like, ooh, that bus is so sexy, especially with the new bus that came out in Silver Spring.
I thought you guys were hooking up on the buses and stuff.
Now that happens. Like, let me tell you, for instance, like my partner and I, we met through transportation advocacy, just advocating for better bus transit. So yeah, I mean, we have the transportation love story. And so and many people do hook up, like whatever your imagination is what it is, but people do hook up on the buses and the trains and all of that. So it has been a place where people do connect, and it's been a place where many people...
on Twitter. I've seen that on Twitter.
Yes. Maybe in another. I don't judge.
Well, I know there's people who have fantasies about getting in a cab with a stranger and making out in the cab and having sex in the cab while the driver is watching.
Have you guys ever had a fantasy about hooking up with like an Uber driver or something like that?
Oh, I have. I mean, no, never.
Wait. You have, or you have the fantasy?
It was a fantasy that came to life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, oh my God, same. Fully that.
Let me write this down.
I used to have this fantasy a lot. Yes, I used to have this fantasy a lot in college. And then the day I was moving out of the college dorms to move to where I now currently live, and I only had a few things left to bring back. So to move to my apartment that I now live in. This was a few years ago. But the Uber driver, he was packing the things in the back, whatever. I was like, he's cute. He was Ethiopian. I'm kind of into Ethiopian people. I don't want it to come off as like a fetish, like some nationalistic fetish or something to the viewers out there. But I'm into Ethiopian people. I just am. And it's just what it is. Do not judge me. Anyways, he was that. And so I was like, oh, he's cute anyways. But I'm living my normal, regular, best life. And I had a little DC map that was rainbow on my lapel. And I don't know if that's what he saw to clock me to know that, I'm within this community. Anyways, I just remembered a detail about him that I almost said, and I just don't want to say that. But the end and be all of it is that we hooked up. That is what is the end and be all about it.
Well, I just want to know, did you have to pay for your fare at the end?
Sadly, the Uber app will take it one way or another, but I will say this: he helped me move in. He took all the stuff that I had, the table, the whatever, the stuff. He helped me actually.
It sounded like it was worth it.
Well, that's the only reason why we got to hook up, was because after he helped me, he was like, let me just, and I made it. So
he gave him an extra tip.
Yes, and then I saw him the next day after that. And then the other day after that, he told me he was married and he feels bad, so he can't do it anymore. That was the part I was going to leave out, but I'm like, I don't really care. So, yeah. And his wife was back in Ethiopia. So I'm like, oh, wow.
Oh, that's thing.
Drama.
But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have fantasies about truck drivers. And
Oh, not a truck driver.
They have those big rigs, those 18-wheelers
Mhm.
in the back. They have the space.
Yes.
So I've been told.
So I've been
Yeah.
No, I've been in one of those trucks before. There's a good space where you can sleep, where you have things and all of that. That's not because I hooked up with a truck driver. My uncle is a truck driver, so I've
One of
been
my
in
good
a rig
friends
like
is a
that
truck
before.
driver. That's how I
Yes,
know.
there
And
we
some
go.
of my girlfriends know plenty of truck drivers.
Yeah,
I need to know some truck drivers.
Rayceen. So this year, unfortunately, we're not having our sexy season finale. We're still having a season finale, but it's not the traditional sexy season finale, which has a wonderful opening number being produced. And I hear from a source that apparently if things had gone like they were supposed to go, the opening would probably be WAP related. So Racing would be giving the girls that wet and gushy up in there, honey,
Ooh.
opening the sexy season finale.
Oh, all I can say is
Oh.
Carly B and Megan the Stallion learned from me.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yes.
Yes, they did. From
And,
the back.
and I'm gonna miss all the wonderful, wonderful choreographed numbers that we
Yes.
did.
And burlesque shows and
girls and
The men of Onyx.
yes.
Yes.
So many T and A and abs sometimes and bulges sometimes and just ass and tits
and erotic
and
sensual
And the cake.
Oh my
Yes.
sensual
The cake.
sweet creations. Sweet
Yes.
sensual sweet creations.
listen, the cakes, those explicit cakes,
For
you know.
real.
But sadly, we're missing it this year. But of course, we will be having Racing and I will be on location, but it will be virtual for everyone else. We will still be having our season finale, and we will be having, of course, our wonderful songbird Nia Simmons there.
Nice.
And we're happy for that because, you know, Nia has performed in the Listing Lounge at the Aspiration Show since 2016. So it's been a minute. 16, 17, 18, 19, and still even in 20. Yes, of course. Hey, Racing, tell me your favorite, what you can think of, like your favorite moment at a sexy season finale of the Ask Racing Show. One that really comes to mind.
Oh, child. Oh my God. The light show. It light up.
Yes.
Yes.
Light up when they turn.
Was it last year that you whipped the guy on the thing?
wheel?
Yes.
Yeah.
You crawled on the stage, the one where you.
Oh, I did crawl on the table. We did a fabulous Janelle Monáe number.
Yes.
And
I'm being told Nia was since 2015, not 16.
And Czar had our production manager choreographed all of those wonderful amazing.
Yeah, Czar loves an opening number for that finale, honey. He loves it.
And we loved it, and it was fun. It was great, and I've worked with amazing adult film stars,
yes,
performers, and dominatrix, and
yes.
I can't wait till we're back.
I cannot. I can't.
Bears. Oh my.
Yes, we have it all. We have it all there at our sexy season finale. And you know, it's unfortunate that we can't do it, but it's great to reminisce. And it is, you know, great that hopefully we'll get back to that. We'll see how much sexiness we're able to infuse into this year's season finale. Any little thing we can do, let's see if we can get it. You know, it will be a mix of the Aspiration Show finale and a touch of Tantalizing Tuesdays, you know. So let's see if we can sneak a little bit of it in there, just so, you know, lead into that sexy season finale fantasy, honey. Yes. Well, we're about to wrap up this segment. So what I want to do at this point is to have Monique give me a little bit of some shameless plugs.
Oh, well, I just want to say that MPD, woo woo, the finest in the city, will be hosting Halloween Safe Haven all across the district. They'll be doing it safely with their mask on and social distancing. So here's a poster right here that tells you your neighborhood, and you might even have a treat if they come with a fun truck in your community. So watch out for that and check out these dates and make sure that you contact your MPD police department to see where they're going to be at where you live in DC.
Love it.
Oh, and tomorrow here in Bellevue, we are so excited that finally our Family First Center is opening at our Bellevue location, right there on Atlantic Street by the DC Bellevue Library, which is the Lockridge Library. Come on down tomorrow from 3 to 5, get some bling, meet some people in the community, and find out how the Community Hope Center will be helping out our community with their first Family First Center.
Lovely, lovely. And Les, give me a plug as well.
All right, you see me. There's the Via Beacon podcast. You can hear it literally everywhere where podcasts are heard. And, you know, we touch on everything. And piggyback on Monique on that health event, definitely health episodes are in this. The episode with Team Rayceen, lovely, lovely. And just about our lives in general. Stuff for stuff, relationships, doctor, like our health in the queer community, sobriety, just all sorts of topics, more sexy transportation. So definitely tune in.
Of course. You know, you said something a while ago, and I know we're running out of time, but listen, we need to have another conversation about stud for stud relationships. Yeah, that's very intriguing to me. Very, very intriguing. I'd love to hear more. Yeah, I would like to just hear more about that. You know,
I want to be in the middle of it.
You know, sexuality is very, very fluid. And I will say, even though I'm a massive homosexual, a real deep homosexual,
Hey, okay.
I have been attracted to masculine presenting women on more than one occasion.
Ooh, get it.
Yeah, I don't know how the sex would work at all. No clue. Never thought about it.
It can happen.
Yeah, but I have been. So I will say that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, this evening. Thanks so much, Monique. Thanks so much, Les. It's been such a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Right, same here. Bye.
Bye. See you soon. All right, Rayceen, that was lovely, but we're still not done yet. Of course, we have some more people to bring in. So at this point, I want to bring in two talented young comedians. We have the fabulous Kevin McLain and the fabulous Bria Beddoe. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey guys, it is so great to have you here with us.
Pose for a photo.
Let's pose for the photo. Let us pose for the photo. You know, we love a screenshot. We love a photo up in here. 3, 2, 1. That's the pose I'm giving. Cute. And I will say to our viewers, that if you have not yet seen, you know, our interviews with Kevin and Bria, you can go ahead and check that out right here on the Team Rayceen YouTube channel. Now, Kevin and Bria, how are y'all doing?
Pretty great.
Ciao.
I love it. I love it. You know, 2020 has been, you know, every single, let's talk about this, by the way, for a little bit. Every single commercial, every single ad, every single thing that everybody's like, 2020 is an unprecedented year. You know, everybody, unprecedented, like that's the year, you know. So 2020 has been a very unprecedented year, especially when it comes to sex. And so let's talk about that a little. Kevin, how is 2020 and sex with you and with everybody else? Talk about it.
Well, you know, I feel like a lot of people have more interesting sex stories than me because I've been in a relationship for so many years back to back to back. I don't feel like in my sex life is as tantalizing, more tepid. You know, it's just same old missionary style.
But missionary is so good though.
A lot of handshaking, business conservative, centrist type of romance for me.
Yes. What about you, Bria?
Okay, look. At the beginning of the year before the pandemic, I'm not gonna hold you. Your girl was raking in the dick. Like I had about 4 different partners on deck. I was like, I got this one. I kind of like this one. I really like this one. I like this one.
I know it.
Here we are in October, and I'm working with negative numbers out here. Like,
yeah, you had long.
The leaves have fallen to the ground. It is over. Like.
Oh, honey, we are here in fall. It is falling to the ground. I love it. You know, both of you guys are comedians. Tell me how often, you know, you infuse sex into your routines. You know, I know for many comedians that's pretty often, but tell me about that and what kind of jokes about sex and sexuality that you know, regularly go to. Kevin, you can begin.
Sure. So I think for me, I don't know if I read as sexy in general. I think I read as like an honor student from Bethesda.
Who, you?
In this
Kevin,
shirt.
you read as sexy. In that shirt, you read as sexy like you do. But yeah.
Well, I think I also have a very
small right now.
Well, this was a choice because we were told to dress sexy, and my pasties are on layaway. So. But you know, in comedy though, you know, I usually wear a polo, and I think I have a decent vernacular. You know, I most people think I'm very intelligent, and so I think a lot of sex material for me has to be a lot of commentary about sexuality or power or politics, rather than just getting some dick. You know, it's just a little different for me. But I think having a very clean-cut image, it allows it to be more unexpected and a twist that I think audiences really enjoy.
I like that. I like to think that's what I do as well.
Boy next
I don't have to deal with that though. Like when people see me, they think, first of all, I'm a grown ass woman. And people look at me like, oh, what are you, like 19? Or you just moving out of your parents' house? I'm like, actually, I'm 27. I've been taking dick for some time. But people look at me and they're like, oh, you're so innocent and you're so sweet and you're so cute. And I'm just like, so, like, you ever just suck somebody's dick? And then they're just like, oh my God, I had no idea that would come out of your mouth. It's like,
you know, when you look at you, the vibe I get from you is, I picture you rolling a blunt, lighting some incense, and riding the hell out of some dick with some corn and everything.
2 out of 3. You got 2 out of 3. I got bad hips, so I'm a power bottom. I can't be riding nothing. I don't ride nothing.
Ooh, shut up.
Riding is always fun, though. You know, getting on a horse is, you know, lovely.
I like being a power bottom though, because people would never expect you. Like they're like, "Oh, here she is, pillow princess," and like, move to the left, move to the right, and they're like, they're like, "Yeah, I got you where I want you."
I love it. Bria, you touched on something, and this is a problem for many people since this pandemic has started, and that is, you know, having sex, you know, finding partners because you don't want to go out and you don't want to risk getting infected with COVID. And so it's been a struggle for so many people out there to do that. Let's talk about masturbation in 2020. How much more important is masturbation this year than any other year? Let's talk about it. Let's discuss.
Yeah, I feel like you should be super safe, especially now. However, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love diddling myself, and I love my hands, and I love my body, and I love that toy that I spent $100 for in New Orleans. However, it's just something about the male body. Like, I don't know, some people are just like, I masturbate to, like, you know, get over it, and that's whatever. For me, sex is an experience. I need the weight of a person on top of me. Like, masturbation is cool, and that's fine,
get that.
But my hand doesn't weigh 200 pounds. Like, it just don't. Like,
No, I get that.
The machine, the dildo machine.
Those are nice, but again, like I need something to hold me afterwards and make me something to eat. Like I've gotten used to like the type of partners like, hey, you want a sandwich? Absolutely. Yeah.
And so Kevin is on the other end of the spectrum where, you know, it's wonderful, it's great, it's regular, and he has someone to hold him at night. Do you feel privileged, Kevin, having this during 2020?
Yes, I do. I mean, you just hear everyone just like talk about how hard it is to date, and I think I have the opposite problem. I think just so many people want to date me, and
I love it.
Well, so this is pre-2020, but I remember there was after I had this a breakup with a partner I had for like 4 years. This guy who I had met like once or twice messaged me and said, Kevin, let's get a drink. Let's hang out. And I go, well, I have a comedy show in U Street. Why don't you just come out to it? And so we went there and I was dressed up because I did a presentation at work. And then 20 minutes in, my boyfriend shows up. You know, we hang out. It's fun. And when I get home later, I get a message from this guy and says like that, first of all, it was the worst date of my entire life. And I was like, oh, you know, just silly miscommunication. Like we can be friends though. And the next morning he blocked me off all social media platforms.
Wow.
So,
oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like I'm friend zoning people quite often actually.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate it because I don't think I have the sexual confidence to, I think, go out to people. I really rely on the privilege of people coming to me, you know?
Oh, very that.
Well,
I
That's
know.
bullshit, Kevin. You're too fucking cute for that. Don't say no dumb shit like that ever again.
Well,
What's wrong with you?
Well, I think just being, you know, as a cute person, I will say that I think I'm very approachable in many ways, which means you also get a lot of not great people, right? I remember one time I was at a bar and this guy was like, he was like, oh, you're really cute. How old are you? And I said, I was like, I think I was 25 at the time. And he goes, oh, I just wanted to, you know, you just seem like you were 17. And I was like, are you disappointed or okay? Like, what did you
like, what's the
happen?
I know. And I was like, Kevin Spacey, get the fuck out of here. You know, it's just really,
why are you here, Kevin Spacey? Oh my God.
DC, though. Like,
you feel like you get it a lot?
Weird. Absolutely. Hello, look at this face. I don't wear makeup. I look like a fucking child. I've had people like look at me like, hey, in the Target, like, hey, excuse me, little girl, what size do you wear? I'm like, I'm a grown ass woman. And they're like, oh, I was trying to find something for my granddaughter. She's 11. And I was like, okay, well, she's a big ass bitch. I'm sorry, like, excuse me. So when I have people who like grown ass men, like men in their 40s who are trying to date me, and they're like, oh, excuse me, how old are you? It's like, ah, pedophile, got you.
Mm-hmm.
You're a whole ass pedophile.
Let me raise you one. Let me raise you one on someone mistaking your age. I was at the museum because I support freedom of the press, and I was there, and I went out into the balcony, and this teacher shouted, they go, students aren't allowed on the balcony. And I was like, bitch, I got a security clearance. You know, like people just constantly mistaking you for your age. It's just something I've gotten used to. And I'm really scared when it stops happening because that will be a big milestone in my life.
But the thing is, you do that all the time.
You're never going to age. So you better enjoy that. Both of you enjoy that. You're going to be 90 years old, still clocking 30-year-old trade. So enjoy that moment.
And that's important. That's so important.
Trust me. But let me ask you this, Kevin. When you're in a relationship, especially now, do y'all create date nights or theme nights, or do you act like you go to a club, or you may go to a restaurant and act like you're a stranger and you hit on each other and pick each other up and maybe give, you know, meet me in stall number 2. You know,
a wig.
So I'm, you know, a lot of people ask, are you into role play? And I'm like, no, I'm not an improviser. I'm a stand-up comedian. You know, I'm a little more planned out and organized, I think. You know, I have date nights. You know, I do stand up in my living room, which is how I do dates now, according to the guy that blocked me. So, you know, you do special things for the people you love. And that's all you can do right now, I think.
Yeah, it's very that, which, you know, we just, for many people though, they're getting it how they can get it.
Well, how about with, you know, you know, for you, my madam, You know, how are you engaging via social media? You know, people are creating OnlyFans. Are you doing Zoom calls? Are you entertaining through Facebook Messenger or Instagram? Are you entertaining the gentleman and giving him a show, or making him give you a show?
Well, I'm a stand-up comedian, so we die if we don't have validation. It just so happens that I was kind of rude to this guy on OkCupid because I thought he was trying to neg me, and it just so happens he wasn't trying to neg me, and now he's watching this show. So thank you, Zach. Hi, Zach, what's going on?
Like, call that name out, honey.
But I've been trying to like have fun, you know, like meet people here and there. I've done a couple of Instagram live calls, you know what I'm saying, on the video chat or whatever, you know, international calls and whatnot.
We love an international call.
I think Zach will be calling you on Facebook Messenger tonight when this is over, saying yeah.
We'll see what happens. He's 6'4" apparently, so he's like triple my size. So I think we should probably have some fun.
There we go.
I think you will.
Yes, I love it. You know, Bria, you brought up something about the vibrator you bought in New Orleans.
The
$100 New Orleans. I know for many people during this time, they are, you know, when it comes to pleasuring themselves, you know, self-pleasure and all of that. Speaking of self-pleasure, by the way, tangent, you know, there was a whole thing about that today. That they were discussing on the news, you know, so everybody is trying to get it how they can, in whatever way they can, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know for many people, they bought their first, you know, toys, their first dildos, all of that during this year when it was realized that, you know, they might have to limit, you know, in person, face to face, you know, dick to dick, dick to ass, dick to pussy, or whatever it is, you know, contact. Was, you know, so I assume that for many people, they are using, you know, quite many more toys at this time. You know, for me, I never had any before, and I ordered a dildo online in March, just as the pandemic, literally that same week, I was like, girl, I'm gonna have to get something. But then, you know, Amazon was really leaning into their we can't deliver things for ages because
them essential workers was not playing.
Honey, I did not get that thing till 2 months later on my birthday. So that's a blessing because I got it on my birthday. And I've been using it. But, you know, I've been doing both. So in person as well as the toy. And so that works out very, very well. And that is always awesome. And I know many people are doing that as long as you're being safe, you know.
Yes.
Or
can I say something? Okay. Can I show the toy that I got?
Yeah.
Okay,
they don't
cool.
blur it, as long as it's not like an actual phallus.
Oh no, it's not like I'm not.
There we go. Okay, fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So I will say one thing about like if you do have a toy, find something that works for you. Like I'm a small lady. I don't need the Great American Challenge running up through my train engine. You know what I'm saying? So I got something small. It's
Love
cute.
it.
Just something that's like a color you like, something that'll work for like both people. I'm currently like, you know, into all kinds of stuff, like, you know, if you're dating somebody who is bi or pan or into different things, or somebody's transgender, it's always nice to get something that's like playful and fun. So this is something that's small enough and playful enough that works with everybody. It can go to any orifice, and it's got like different pulsations and stuff like that. Like it's pretty nice, it's pretty easy, it's a lot of fun, and like I like stuff like that, something that like I can use on myself and somebody can use on me that's not going to be intimidating, because I have sex with a lot of cisgender, cishet men, and cishet men have a really big like obsession with their dicks and what their dicks can do for women and like how it makes them feel as like a macho man. I was like, this is bullshit. You better take this vibrator to your balls and have a good ass time and stop playing around. Like, you better stop playing.
Now, I like the color of that. to me, it looks like it'd be very much mistaken for like a part of like a Fisher Price like toy set. You know, how many like suburban moms are losing it there?
I love that. I love that. I agree.
It's a 10-speed. I'm definitely losing it.
Well, you guys are comedians. Tell me, does any in the bedroom, is there ever a time when like are you guys ones to make jokes in the bedroom, give a little comedic flair, or will that ruin the mood?
No. I've had a guy one time, and this is very crass. One time he was just like, we were having sex and he was on top of me. He was just like, "Why your pussy so good?" And I laughed. I was like, "This is very flattering. I appreciate that. That's so sweet." And then he was like, "Oh, so you're not gonna answer me?" And I was like, "Oh, like I know this is a multiple choice question. Like I didn't know it was SAT. Am I gonna fail? Like pull out if I said the right thing? Like I didn't know. I didn't think we get this far. You asked me questions. I'm just trying to get here. Like." And then I've had race play too. Like I date people of different races. I had a guy one time, and I really wish I was making this up. And he said this to me with a straight face, and I've said this in different stand-up sets. He looked at me and was like, "Do you like this big white dick in your little black pussy?" Now, I can't answer the question at this point because it's racist, but the answer was yes. But here's the thing, I can't say that. Like, I can't say, okay, yeah, like, you're doing it. Like, it's too late now. We've come too far. I'm Sally Hemings, you're Thomas Jefferson, and it's over. Like,
I think, that could be a thing for people. I don't know.
That is a fetish.
It's a thing for some people. No, I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen so many things on Twitter. And that's one of the things I've seen on Twitter, and am I judging? I'm not judgmental, so I'm not judging.
Give me, when you talk about funny things, what is the most funniest sexual thing that's happened to you? Like maybe the bed is broken or something like that while you were in the midst and one of the legs came off, or tell me a funny story.
I was having sex with this guy. Okay, so I have a bad hip. I don't like to ride. So that's not my thing. But I was up there and I was like, okay, here we go. I'm up here. And I farted.
How'd you play it off? Or did you just embrace it?
No, fuck that. I was like, well, time to go. Time to hit the old dusty trail. I started pulling my pants. I got dressed. He was like, where you going? Don't stop. And I was like, no, it's over for me, sweetheart. I've turned myself off. I don't know about you, but it's a wrap for me. Like,
it's like it's
I had
done,
a steak
baby.
earlier. I can't do this anymore.
How about you, Kevin?
I think the only memory that's coming to mind, I remember, is like with this like long-term partner I had where, we were having sex and, I was inside of him and we're going, and then he wants a dirty talk. And I think I called him a bitch at one point. And he pushed me out, took a baby wipe and walked out the front door, I think. So wow. Now that's why I don't do improv anymore.
Not the improv, but dirty talk, especially when like someone is forcing it or like it's a thing for them, and it's like, does it not get awkward? Like it's kind of awkward. It's like okay, what are the things that you necessarily want me to say? Like, is this like a degrading dirty talk? Like, do you want to be a slut? Like, do you want to be a cum guzzling whore tonight? Or is it just like, fuck me harder, daddy? Or like, what is it? It can get very awkward, especially if it's not natural. You know what I mean?
Daddy play. Don't say daddy. I don't like that. Keep the edible play out of the bedroom. I'm nobody's mommy. You're nobody's daddy. That's fucking weird. That's some sexual shit.
It's the tone where you said, bitch, that's my spot. Oh, you hit my
I'll be a bitch before I be your mommy any day. I'll be a biggest bitch ever before I be your mommy. Like,
yes.
I think a lot of words are okay, but if you say bussy, I'm out. Like I'm not gonna do it.
Bussy is so hilarious to me. I cannot be. I don't even know if people are able to say bussy in a sexual way. Because to me, it's just a joke. No, but I remember
that's some gutter down low man shit. Like
like
South, like
every time I've heard bussy, said bussy, it's in a very comedic way. You know, it's ironic if I use it. You know, it's ironic and stuff. But there are many people, you know, they're just saying bussy like it's a real like fuck my bussy, and I'm just like, okay, girl.
But do you remember that song in the music video?
Bussy?
Yeah, it was okay. So it was by this guy. He was like the first openly gay rapper. He had a music video. His name was Fly Young Red, and he had the song "Throw That Boy Pussy."
Boy Pussy.
And so like he had the boys with like the little skirts. I'm not gonna lie to you, that video was hot.
Yes.
Fucking fly with them big booty ass niggas in the back with them skirts on. I was like, okay, that was my ass is that fat. They was throwing the shit at that boy pussy. I was like, okay, I'm not going, you know, hyphenate it, make it a bussy, but
I mean, you just like see
with it.
You see people online or tweeting or using memes about things that they've said in bed, and it just gives me anxiety. Like if someone was just like, rearrange my insides, daddy, I'd be like, is this like a feng shui Asian microaggression or not? Like, I don't know how I should take this.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to be a woke, you know, sexual person.
Yes.
You know, I'm a problematic sexual person. I'm problematic.
You know, there are some things you can say to your friends or to somebody like in jest or like just randomly, but not actually within sex. So like I would say to a friend, oh my God, he's so hot. He could split me in two, or he could live in my asshole without paying rent, or some bullshit like that. But if like we're having sex, I'm not gonna be like, oh yes, split me in two, daddy, tear my hole wide open, or like some shit like
Krylios,
that.
you're not living, sweetheart. You need to live. I'd be like, you better throw it in a circle. You better rip me in half. You better give reparations in this. You better do something.
Throw me around the room, hit me to the wall.
I was like, you better pick me up, throw me around, roll me around that junk, throw me from the ceiling, hang me down, like do something. Like,
see, in my head, I think those things, and I think those things in my head, but I don't say them. I will say I'm a verbal person though. And I do say things, but those things, those thoughts, I don't express them because I fear the awkwardness that would.
Go ahead and release that. And see
especially if you're gonna talk about rent-free sex, because I think that with this housing crisis, that's gonna make a lot of guys come. You know, I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Everybody's coming. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? You better put that out into the universe and see what come back to you.
Yeah, open those legs and talk about housing reform. You know, that's what the people want.
Yes. Right now, you know, it's the most important time. It's even sexy. So get into it. Listen, Kevin and Bria, you guys have been phenomenal guests tonight. And of course, I want to end this segment. I want to round it out with some shameless plugs. So let me go ahead and begin with Bria.
Okay, perfect. So it just so happens that on the 28th of October at 9 p.m. on Zoom, I will be hosting 86 Comedy. It is a service-based industry mic hosted by myself and Kelly Zemnikas, who is a Toronto-based comedian. She's been on multiple different festivals in California and in Canada. And we're going to be hosting this show for some really awesome service industry people. I also every Friday have a show called we do it on the weekends every Sunday. We record it, we post it every week. It's called Fuck You Mean with Tavon Anthony, which somebody on Team Rayceen wants to know if they're single, and they are, but we won't go there. He is single. But every week we just have conversational talks.
Who wanted to know, Bria? Who wanted to know that? Because I just got a text that said we want to interview her co-host. So
rhymes with bar.
Rhymes with the bar. Okay, I see.
Bar.
I see. That makes so much sense because I just got a text about it.
Oh, absolutely. I got an email about it. So
look
I
at
just want to
that.
make sure I put that in their name drop. We are two bisexual Black comedians and artists in the DMV, and we just like shoot the shit every week. And then every Friday, myself and another bisexual woman, Black woman in comedy, which there's very few of us in the DMV scene. Her name's Alani Cooper. It's not posted up, but we do every week Women Behind Glass. It is our weekly showcase that we do for women who are cisgender, transgender, and then also non-binary, gender non-conforming people every week. So it's a really great time. We do it 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday.
I love it. I love it. And Kevin, tell me, what's the latest and how can people follow you and keep up with you?
So you can follow me at Asian Narcissist on Instagram or at Asian Narc on Twitter for short. There you'll find out anytime I do a show. I have nothing in the tube currently, but I apparently my political troupe, comedy troupe, The Constituents, are releasing something on Amazon very soon where we're doing a Trump-Biden debate.
We lost you, but you're coming back.
Oh,
He's coming back. We lost you. The Russians.
We lost the audio.
He's coming back. The Russians.
Damn, Putin.
Kevin, can you hear us? Kevin, can you hear us? Because we can't hear you. The Russians have got you. The Russians.
He was too sexy for his own good.
Yes. Let's see. Unmute again. And let's see if it comes back.
Let's see
if it comes back.
Yes, we're gonna get you. Come on down. You're the next contestant on the bracket.
Yes, but let us see.
I think he's experienced some technical difficulties. Just a little bit
of that. But we are at the end. We are coming up to the end. So hopefully, if Kevin comes back before we fully end, then I will just bring him on and we'll give him a wonderful farewell. Put it back in.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
That is my favorite.
The famous line of all lines. Let me put the head in.
Yes. Oh, just the tip. I love it. Bria and Kevin, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It's been such a pleasure. And I'm sure Kevin can watch this later to see that I was still living for him and sending him well wishes. Thank you guys so much for joining us. See you, Bria. Bye. Good night.
Oh.
And see you, Kevin. Love you, honey. There we go. So, we thank all of our guests for joining us tonight. As per usual, it has been a fabulous, titillating, tantalizing Tuesday. We have enjoyed it. The house down boots. And now we are coming up to the end. So, of course, before Rayceen's closing statement, I have some reminders for everyone. So one of those first reminders, of course, is something that, we have been talking about for a little while. And Rayceen, can you guess what that beautiful, wonderful thing is that we've been talking about for
probably is the
so
Black
long?
LGBT survey.
Yes, the Black LGBTQ community survey. And Rayceen, tell us a little bit about the Black LGBTQ community.
Oh my God, you have to do it. Take the time to fill it out. It only takes 15 minutes. You can only do it once. It's so important because filling out this information allows organizations to help LGBT organizations, especially of color, and their employees. It tracks what we need in our community. It asks you simple questions like, are you over 35? Are you under 35? Are you single? Are you married? Are you divorced? How do you identify? Are you LGBTQIA? And,
Are you?
are you a voter? Are you a non-voter? How do you, and the questions are very, very simple, but very important to grab the needs of our community so folks can find out and track what's going on in our community and what we need, how we can get it, and how we can build it.
Yes, of course. And of course, we want everybody to know that the Black LGBTQ community survey that ends on October 30th. So you can just go to Rayceen.com. Go to Rayceen.com, and then you are able to do the Black LGBTQ community survey. And I will point out that you will be entered into a drawing for the prize to win one of $2,100 gift cards. So look at that. You are provided information. You're helping not only yourself, but fellow LGBTQ people, as well as there just might be a chance for you to get a little bit of money, okay? So get into it. It is cute. We also encourage everyone to follow Team Rayceen Productions at Team Rayceen on Twitter, at Team Rayceen on Instagram, Team Rayceen on Facebook. You can go to our Eventbrite page. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get into it, honey. We're all over the social. So if you are not yet following, make sure that you do. Speaking of following, make sure that you jump into our social media as well. You can follow me at Krylios, at It's Krylios on Twitter, and at It's Krylios on Instagram. It's the same thing. It's just It's Krylios, because who is it? Krylios. And of course, you can follow the legendary Rayceen Pendarvis on Twitter at Rayceen HRH, Her Royal Highness Han Tees, as well as Rayceen Pendarvis on Instagram and Rayceen.Pendarvis on Facebook. And for all of that, you can go to Rayceen.com. There's a chat here. I just want to see what it says. Of course, we have Music Mondays. Music Mondays, of course. So make sure that you join Rayceen for Music Mondays at 12 noon Eastern. We are giving the girls music trivia. We're giving the girls musical guests. We're giving the girls musical games. We are just getting into the music of the Monday. Start your Monday right. Get into the lunchtime biz of a Monday. Mondays can be dreary. And let Rayceen spice that Monday up with a little bit of music. So join Rayceen Pendarvis for Music Mondays at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live. And if you're not done doing that, you can join us next here, November 17th, for another Tantalizing Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Team Rayceen YouTube channel. Jump into it. It's your last one for the year. Of course, we have Read a Book Wednesdays with Rayceen Pendarvis at 12 noon Eastern on Facebook Live every Wednesday, because reading is what?
Fundamental.
Yes, it is, honey. Get into the literature of it
I don't
all,
have to
honey.
read you.
Yes, honey. Yes, we can read, girl. If you want to read, you want to know how to read, go to Read a Book Wednesdays. Jump into it. And of course, once again, we are so happy to be having our Ask Rayceen show season 9 finale on November 4th. Just one day. Oh, December is the last Tantalizing Tuesdays. So I must make a production note here that December will be our last Tantalizing Tuesday for the year. Either way, you can join us November 4th, the day after the election, for the Ask Rayceen show season 9 the season 9 finale. And of course, you will have Songbird Nia Simmons with us. We are so excited for that. And that live stream begins 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure that you are there. Or B square, as they say. And donations are appreciated. Everything that we do here at Team Rayceen Productions, we got to spend a little bit to give you the output, honey. You know what I mean? So these donations are really, really, really appreciated. So if you love what you do and you want to support what we do, you can cash app at hashtag Ask Rayceen or PayPal askrayceen@gmail.com. Thank you in advance. And we want to thank our wonderful, fabulous production sponsor, AHF Pharmacy, for being our production sponsor. I mean, thank you guys. Thank you, AHF. You have been so, 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 so wonderful to us by being our production sponsor in this most unprecedented of years. Thanks so much, AHF. And you can get more information about AHF at ahfpharmacy.org. And to round it all out, make sure that you follow us on all our social media. Rayceen, do you have any last words?
Yes. Don't forget to vote, motherfuckers.
There we go. And actually, that's the best way to end this, honey. Vote, motherfucker. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. It's once again been a very tantalizing Tuesday. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching. Bye.